Hello, welcome back to Hidden Gems. My name is Arden Thomas. I'm the Cincom Smalltalk product manager. Hidden Gems is where we show you capabilities of the product that you may not know about. They might be hidden or you may not have seen them before, but we think you will benefit from knowing them. Any questions, comments, suggestions, please send them to myself at athomas@cincom.com. So last time we showed you how to use SQLite and Store for doing backups or creating simple repositories that you can give to your peers, because SQLite is an interesting database in that the whole database is stored in a file, making it very, very unique and very convenient for transporting code via Store or quick and easy backups. So today we're going to do something similar. We're going to use a contributed tool called StoreForGlorpReplication, and we're going to do replication from whatever store database you're using to a SQLite database. So we'll walk you through how to install it, starting it up, and using it for the purpose we just described. So first thing you want to do is install whatever store that you are using locally. So I'm using Postgres locally. You'd come here and say system load parcel store for PostgreSQL, and you'd install that. Step 2, you want to install store for SQLite, okay, which we've done. Step 3, now it's StoreForGlorpReplication. Let's come right here, load parcels name, StoreForGlorpReplication and replication UI. If you install the UI, it will install both. So that's the most straightforward way to go. Install StoreForGlorpReplication UI. That will install both of these and you will be ready. So that is step 3. Step 4, you'll create a SQLite backup database. Now, last time we covered this, and I've got a link here. We'll probably try to have an active link in the show notes, so you can go right to the last Hidden Gems about SQLite, which walks you through this. But what we can do here is say, let's see, connect a repository. This is my Postgres, but I'm going to choose a SQLite 3 connection. And what we'll do, the environment, we won't have that. I'm going to use Arden for the name since it requires one. No password is required. And you can go to Browse Files, and I'm going to say backup2.SQLite. Just SQLite is the standard. Look, it's looking for *.SQLite, and I'm going to say open. This is the file it's going to create. So I'm going to say let's save this as, we'll call this backup to match the name, backup2. Okay, and when I connect, it's going to say create the tables. Yes. Backup2, we'll call this. I do not need to be compatible with very old versions of VisualWorks, so no. And install management policies, no. It says how to do it if I come back later and choose to. So I've created my SQLite repository. Next step, I'm going to disconnect from Store and then start the replicator. So I'm going to disconnect from that and then come down here and choose Replicate. Okay, here's the interface. The interface is fairly simple, but it's just okay. What we're going to choose, top level only, would mean the bundles. You could say bundles and you could choose bundles or packages. I use primarily packages, and we're going to say our source database, I'm going to say, is my store new. That's my local Postgres. I want them to be named. Let's see, we've done some hidden gems in the past with things called stock. And this uses the wildcards for SQL. So I'm going to say named. Say, I don't see anything yet. Okay. Published in the last 30 days and published by Arden. I don't care about those criteria. So here we have some packages from my store that we want to replicate. Now, that's the source database. The target database is backup 2, which we just created. So let's choose that. Now, replicate recursively. We'll go through all the different versions. And the final step now to basically replicate all this to our backup 2, we just press this. And boom. Goes through it all, replicated it all, and we are done with the replication. Next, what we want to do is verify that we can see that code that we just published to this SQLite repository. We can see it in a new image, so it's valid and that we can load it. So be right back. Okay, I created a new image. I call it test 5. Let's load store for SQLite 3. Notice it's not loaded. Okay. Now let's connect to repository. Let's browse the file. There's my backup SQLite 2. I will click on it, and I need my username. Requires that. No password. Connect. Store. Published items. Here are the packages that we wrote to the backup using the store replicator. So let's see if I can browse that. So I'm going to browse it. There may be some prerequisites I do not have. Let's see if we can see code. We can. So basically we have, look at stock domain, another one, browse, stock domain, stock, accessing, let's see, look at the class side, clear. So basically we have verified the code has been written properly to the repository. And we can, let's try loading one. Load. Now we should be able to go right here, stock domain, and there it is. So let's recap. We showed you how to install your current store for SQLite, StoreForGlorpReplication. We created a SQLite backup database. We replicated to it, and we verified that. So that's a quick example of exactly how to use this contributed package, StoreForGlorpReplication, and a pragmatic usage of it, and something we covered last time, which was using SQLite. So I basically did a backup of these items using StoreForGlorpReplication. That wraps it up for this time. Any questions, comments, suggestions, please send them to myself, Arden Thomas, athomas@cincom.com. Until next time, have a great time with Cincom Smalltalk. Thank you.